Who's Darlene?
I'm Darlene.
Darlene, and then you must be Marilyn.
I'm Marilyn.
Hi,
How are y'all
ladies.
doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. You're fine?
I'm
You
fine.
look relaxed.
I
Yes, you
am.
do.
Pretty relaxed?
I am.
This doesn't faze you at all, does it?
No. No.
Now, you're here to talk about the Extension Office and Homemakers, right?
Something like that.
Something, let me get it right. The Arkansas Extension Homemakers. I said it all, but I said it in disorder.
Club.
Club. It's a club.
Okay.
Is it? Is
Well, the
is?
council, Arkansas Council, actually.
Oh, okay.
That is celebrating the 100 years
Okay.
in Arkansas.
And you ladies obviously are involved here locally.
Yes.
Are you
Yes.
involved on a state level too, or?
Yes.
Wow.
See, we're part of the University of Arkansas.
Okay. Well, tell us more about the history
Yeah.
here. Fill us in.
Marilyn, would you like to do that?
Here, take it, Marilyn.
I'm really good at delegating.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, our extension, it started out as home demonstration clubs. Back in 1912 was the first club in Arkansas. And it started in Mableville, down in Pulaski County. And then by 1929, we had 127 members in 27 counties in Arkansas.
Okay.
And it's just, I think it's grown to about 5,000 members in the
Wow.
state now.
How many members do you have in this chapter?
We've kind of dropped down.
Well, you
I
didn't
think
have
we've
to tell
got
us
about
that.
60 now.
Got about 60?
That's active members.
Active,
Okay.
60
Well, and
active.
that's
We used to have, at one time, we had 11 clubs. Now we're down to 5.
And just this county?
So many of our ladies are working
right.
where we don't have.
And
Yeah.
and that happens. But
So-
y'all are involved on the state level too. So
Yes.
Yes.
So that means you have to drive down to Little Rock for meetings.
Well,
Where we go?
go ahead.
We go to Hot Springs for
Or
our...
Hot Springs,
for-
okay.
And we have an
That's a
annual
rockin'
meeting
town
that-
now.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Have you
A
been
lot
on
of
horse
fun
races
things.
while you're down there?
I bet you go just for the fun. You don't
We
go for
go
the
the wrong
meetings.
time of the year.
Oh, really?
We go in June.
Okay.
Why is that the wrong time of?
Because there's no horse
nothing.
races going on.
Oh, okay.
See, the only reason I know that is just because I don't ever go.
You don't get to go. You
I don't get
wanna-
to go,
You don't want to
right.
go or get to go.
Right.
Okay.
Don't really
See-
want to go to the horse races.
All 75 counties in the state of Arkansas is involved in Extension Homemakers clubs.
Really?
And you say you had 60 active members here.
In Boone
And
County.
How many in that? How many total? Do you know?
Now that I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you, Marilyn?
No, I really don't.
Okay.
You can be a
Can you be inactive?
active member,
yes.
and then with those that have been members for years and maybe are just not able to attend meetings, we do have inactive members.
Now, Marilyn has been a member of Extension Homemakers Club for how many years?
Well, it's been about 55 years now.
Really? Really?
Wow, you joined when you were 1.
Your mother brought you the day
Just
you were
before
born.
my daughter was born.
Well, okay, you're talking about the history here, but if someone is out there viewing this and wants to, what do y'all do? Tell us your focus.
Is it a
What-
secret
Yeah,
society?
what goes on? What goes on?
Do you know when Extension Homemakers, which was home demonstration, oh, let me tell you something really cute.
Please do.
One of my neighbors told me one time that a long, long time ago, when she was a member of Extension Homemakers, that you would go into people's homes and you would clean their house for them, wash their windows, wash their curtains, mop their floors, whatever needed to be done.
Can we bring that back?
Where are they?
I mean, that's not been since I was a member.
No, it's come a long ways since then. We have lots of different programs, but we have workshops that teach you health,
Okay.
food safety, nutrition.
We had a crocheting work for
Yes.
beginners just this last week that they had over 20 20 people
Really?
come that wanted to learn how to crochet.
But the big programs right now is nutrition. Don't you agree? Health and nutrition.
Well, a lot of yes.
And that's a
The
good
main
focus,
Yes.
education.
definitely. And younger people as well as any age?
Any age.
Any
Men
age,
involved?
any gender, yes.
Okay.
And
Now,
it's
what do the men do? Just support the women in this organization,
the same
basically?
thing as the women do.
No, okay. They can
They,
get
they
involved,
learn
too.
how to cook. They learn how to clean house. They learn how to do
Oh, that's a
laundry.
good one.
See,
Well,
that
we have members that are members of the quilt extension homemakers that are men.
Do you have men?
Yes, we have some
Yes,
men.
okay.
Yeah. I bet they're more challenged, aren't they?
Well, they you can't imagine some of the quilts that some of the
You mean
men
they're
make.
talented too? Well, good.
But they have to be taught. I'm sure.
I have read that.
They're
that,
more artistic, maybe,
Yeah.
in their way of doing things. It's a little bit
that
different.
in 1912, when this was first organized, basically it was on food preservation and food preparation, gardening, because at that time women stayed at home.
And that took
Right.
a big part of the day to
Yes,
prepare
yes.
meals.
And they were pretty much isolated.
Yeah.
They had to learn how to use the products that they grew at their home. Of course, all of that's pretty much changed.
I'm sure it
Right.
has.
Well, and when they first started, our county home demonstration agent went around to the different clubs in the communities and taught this, made demonstrations to teach the ladies how to do these things. Where now we're more on leadership development, and we have leader training meetings, and our members take the programs back to the
Oh, okay.
clubs.
Okay.
And the agent isn't as involved in the individual clubs as it used to be.
Wow. Cool.
So, how do you think the club will change in the next 100 years? Have you thought about that? Do you think it will, or do you think it's
I don't
pretty
think
well?
it'll change that much. I mean, we may get more technical in things, but I don't think it'll change that much because we'll always need to take care of our families and our communities.
This is true.
Is there a push to bring more young people in?
Yes.
Is that a big concern?
Yes, very much so. 4-H clubs is involved in this same program.
We sponsor them.
We sponsor them. And hopefully, see, the agricultural field is also involved in this.
Oh, okay. So there's lots of different areas.
Yes,
And maybe part of that is just people aren't aware.
That's a good statement to make. There are so many, I'm going to say women, who are not aware of this program and what it involves.
Well, you know, earlier, back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, I mean, the communication was so simple. You had a couple television stations and a local radio station, and you knew everything that your neighbor was doing. And now it's it's fragmented. I mean, there's so many ways of getting your information, and someone may not even listen to radio locally anymore, or they may not have a subscription to a newspaper. So that really the only way that you can find out about this is word of mouth, and that limits your broadening of your club. So yeah,
So hopefully
that's
we
a challenge.
can help, a little bit with that to reach some people that may not be aware.
Going back to this 100th anniversary, when we have our meeting in June, there will be a special emphasis on this. But in the meantime, each county is asked to have a special emphasis on it. And each Extension Homemakers Club is to do something really special before we go to our meeting.
Okay.
Why don't you tell them about your club?
So what are y'all doing?
Well,
We're going to tell you.
I belong to two different clubs. I belong to the Quilters EHC and also the Harrison Extension Homemakers. And the Quilters, I think you had
We had
on
them
your
on last
program
week.
last week
Uh-huh.
about our workshop.
Yes.
And we will be celebrating the 100 years on our our first workshops this Thursday. And then on the 23rd of February, we're celebrating the 100-year birthdays. And we usually have 150 to 200 ladies come from all over. I mean, not just our area. But we've also asked all the people in our district, which is, I don't know how many counties is our district, but it's goes a wide area. There's 3 districts in the state, so
Okay, it's a big chunk.
we're a big chunk, and we've invited people from all over our district to come on the 23rd for this celebration. And then with the Harrison Club, for the last year and a half, we have, as a special project, we have been making piecing quilts at my house every Friday. And for the wounded military, that we send the quilts to Germany.
Oh, wow.
And in the next few weeks, we're going to send our 100th quilt. And it's just been, well, we started out with 8 to 10 ladies. We've gotten down, some of them had surgery or had illness, and we're down to about 4 or 5 that work each week. But we plan to do that, plus we plan to gather at least 100 pounds of non-perishable food for share and care, and 100 pounds of individual packed non-perishable food for the school backpack program. So that's 3 different things that we're going to do for the 100th. And Darlene belongs to the Grub Springs Club, so she can tell you
that's the
about
best
that.
club in the county.
Is it?
Okay.
A little competition going on
Yeah.
there.
Exactly.
Before we run out of time, let's tell our viewers how they can get involved. How do you have your meetings, and are they different times?
I guess
for
it's different
clubs?
for the different.
Okay.
Well, this workshop will be at the First Methodist Church for the quilters workshop
Okay.
every Thursday for the next 6 weeks.
Okay.
At 9 o'clock at the First Methodist Church. Our regular meeting for the Harrison Club is at the First Methodist Church also on the first Thursday at 1 o'clock.
And that's where someone could come and find out about the different.
Or call the
avenues.
extension office.
Oh,
Yeah, the extension office is our main.
6168. But very hurriedly, before you say we got to go, 5 clubs.
Okay.
One is Alvey. One is the Happy Stitchers, which is a brand new club.
would that be sewing? Okay.
They make lap ropes for hospice house and for the nursing homes.
Okay.
Of course, Marilyn told you what the other 2 clubs are going to do. Alvey Club is getting supplies together for the Ozark Humane Society.
Always a need there.
Yes, there is. You know what they told me the biggest need was newspapers. So, but let me tell you what Grub Springs is going to do. We're having a tea party.
Oh, really?
Yes. See, we have our own building. We're having a tea party. It will be the 3rd Thursday in April. We're going to serve tea and coffee and little fancy
No
cakes.
crumpets.
And yes.
Tea and crumpets. Well, what fun! I bet you ladies have a good time.
We do. We're going to invite all the clubs in the county and any of the public who wants to come. If a man wants to
Wonderful.
come, that's fine.
Well, good.
Anyone that wants to come to any of our clubs at any time is invited.
That's right.
Okay. All right, but you can call the extension office for more information. That'd be the.
Right.
I don't know the number right offhand, but I bet
741-6168.
you are a wealth of information.
Yes, I
Thank
know.
you.
Did you need a little more time for anything else?
Do we? I don't think so.
I think
Okay.
we've pretty well covered
Well,
it.
good.
You know, we could-
Except that we are open to new members.
Please
Okay.
Very
become a
much so.
member.
We need more
great.
new members, and especially the younger ladies.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
If this one runs too long, we can cut the mayor
Oh,
completely
that's okay.
out.
That's
We thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, ladies. We appreciate it.
And hopefully we got some information out there that you'll be interested in and maybe joining up and going to see what's going on some of these meetings.
we do have some fun times.
And happy 100th birthday.
You bet.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. And we'd like to thank all the guests that have been on the show today, and thank you for watching the show. And I'd like to thank Ann for coming, being a big part of the show here. You are the show.
Well,
I don't even know why I'm
I
here.
think we're a good team. Let's just put it that way. If you want to call me the show, go ahead.
The show.
I'm
I just
not,
did it. I called
my
you the
head's
show.
big enough. I can support
Believe me,
that.
it's huge. Thanks again. We'll see you again
We
next
got
time.
another. Oh, yay!